they say, once your team goes to the Super Bowl, you'll never want to go back. You're gonna want to see them go to the Super Bowl again and again and again. You might get a little greedy. You know what else you never come back from? Arkham, the city of Arkham. So this franchise is going to be the Arkham Knights franchise, aka the Black Knights franchise, which, if you don't get the illusion, is going to be an all-black team. So we did an all-white team, we did an all-light-skin team, and now today we're going to be doing an all-black team. Now, the only reason why we're going to cut Najee Harris is because we actually just added him to another team that we're going to be doing. So to avoid using him 20 times and trying to not use all the players at the same time, um, we're gonna just get rid of Najee Harris. We're gonna take a look at the roster. We're gonna start simulating, and we're gonna see if we can win with this team. It's gonna be the same style as all the other ones. Get through year one, get to the playoffs, play the playoff games, and then win the Super Bowl. We decided to make our coach EB. We decided to go get Coach Eric Bieniemy, bring him back out of college again. Obviously, he was with Washington. I think he went to UCLA, was it? He went to one of the colleges, but we're going to be bringing him back to the NFL as our coach. Now, I will say this much: the team's obviously going to be pretty good. Of all the three race style teams, this is the highest overall one. The other two ones did go 17 and 0, but I've created really good teams that haven't gone 17 and 0. So I feel like we're gonna really test to see if there's any sort of racial aspect in the game, mostly just for shits and giggles. But our quarterback's gonna be Lamar Jackson. I changed his X factor to Omaha. I do think he's going to throw a lot of short passes. We already know he's a good scrambler. I didn't think he needed the scrambling traits. We have Geno Smith and Jameis Winston. Obviously, there's other, good quarterbacks that we could have picked, but when I do my Seahawks franchise, I don't plan on keeping Geno Smith and Jameis Winston. There's not many opportunities to actually get to use him, so I want to add some diversity to the roster. Our running back is going to be Nick Chubb, obviously the highest overall guy who fits the type of team we're making. And also we have Debo. We moved him to running back. We're going to use him as like a hybrid player. And we have Devon Achane. We have Alex Arma at fullback. Our receivers are Tyreek Hill, A.J. Brown, Terry McLaurin, Zay Flowers, Odell Beckham Jr., Jerry Jeudy, and these two guys are injured, but they will be released. At tight end, we have David Njoku, Kyle Pitts, and uh, Okonkwo, Chigoziem Okonkwo. We have Tyron Smith and Teron Armstead at left tackle. Tyler Smith, Austin Jackson as our left guards. At center, we have Lloyd Cushenberry and Aaron Brewer. Again, just another injury. He doesn't fit the scheme of the team we're making. Kevin Dotson will be our right guard, and Lester Cotton will be the backup guard. Trent Brown and Patrick Paul are our tackles. We have Josh Allen, not the quarterback, at left end, backed by ahead of Emmanuel Ogba. At right end, we have Derek Brown and Brian Burns. D tackle, we have Kenny Clark and DJ Reader alongside Isaiah Mack. Fotis Analyticon will play the outside linebacker position. Roquan Smith and Marlon Humphrey being our two middle linebackers with David Long Jr. JOK to play the other outside linebacker. Our corners will be Jalen Ramsey, Patrick Surtain, Jair Alexander, Trayvon Diggs, and Kader Ko'o. We have free safety. We have Javon Holland, Jalen Thompson, Buda Baker, Jimmy Ward, and Marcus May. Now, same thing as Team Lightskin. There's not many kicker and punter options, so Justin Reed will be our kicker, and Presley Harvin will be our punter. Coach EB was formerly a Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator, so we took the Chiefs offensive playbook. That's why we didn't want Lamar to have solely running stuff. We wanted him to be the ability to pass short because a lot of this playbook will involve throwing the ball in the short game. So I just kind of figured we'd do it that way. It just seems like it makes a little more sense. The defense is obviously cracked, but every team we've made has had a relatively cracked defense. The question is does the team play up to par? Now this is going to be interesting. If we put Debo in the slot, Debo could be our third down back, our slot receiver, our kick returner, our backup running back. He could just be doing it all. But actually, I'm going to put Tyreek Hill in the slot. I think Tyreek Hill in the slot would be kind of like a homage to having him with like the Chiefs, where like he'd be like a get on the quick slant route, beat the defense type guy. Because again, this team is a 95 overall with a 97 on defense. The other two teams we did were respectively like a 93 and a 94, which are all perfectly fine overalls, not at all complaining. But those two teams went 17 and 0. So if this team doesn't go 17 and 0, then there definitely is something a little perhaps sketchy about that. But we do have a few more franchises planned. There is going to be Team Sophomore, Team Junior, Team Senior. That's going to be the continuation series to the All Freshmen, aka All Rookies franchise we did recently. And then a couple of other ones coming up soon, so those are going to be fun. Depth chart, that's where this is. So I'm going to go to my slot receiver. I'm going to make it Tyreek Hill. Hey, look, it's Zay Flowers. He plays today. Today, the Chiefs are going to play the Ravens at 8:30. That could be interesting. It's going to be the first football game of the season. That's exciting. All right, so let's see what we got here. I'm gonna technically move you down to receiver 3 because I want you in the slot. I want you being utilized solely as my slot receiver. I'm gonna give you some slot stats, like definitely red zone threat, jukebox, acrobat. I'm gonna take out your short out elite, and I'm gonna give you the slot-o-matic. I'm gonna make you first one free. No, make you an ankle breaker. Okay, I like the sound of this. I think we're ready. I also gave Lamar protected in case I play and the pocket collapses in 2 seconds. So we'll see. I'll send to the midseason, and if we somehow already lost a game, then the other teams were already better despite having a lower overall, and it is what it is. Obviously, with Coach EP, the team should be in great position to win the Super Bowl, but obviously, I'm gonna have a good chance when I actually play. La-di-dee, la-di-dee, la-di-doo. La-di-dee, la-di-doo. Okay, you haven't lost a game yet. See? That's what I want to see. So let's get to the playoffs and we'll see what teams we're facing. Process. Yeah, that sounds like a good text to send your boss. Alright, anyway. Da 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 da. Ooh. Get me to the playoffs. Don't you dare be 16-1. Don't be that team that goes 16-1. You're not that team that went 16-1. Okay. Well, it actually would have been perfectly fine if we were that team that went 16-1. But anyway, we'll get this franchise probably out of the way relatively quickly. The Bills went 13-4 though, so I mean, the Bills might actually be some competition, right? Maybe. I'm to assume so. Did we lose any preseason games? Just a random thought I had, but no, we didn't. We had a close one against the Commanders, but last time we faced the Bills, we beat them 47-7. So we beat the Titans 56-13. The Cardinals didn't score once. 56 on the Bills. Okay, if we beat the Bills 56-47, and I can't even put up 20, I'm a be an upset guy. I'm be a very upset guy. But yeah, no, a lot of killer games, a lot of 50 bombs, a lot of 50 bombs, and I know that should be expected when you have a team that's good. But I've seen teams better do worse, so I can't always give credit to that. But Lamar threw 8 touchdowns on his own in a game, and Josh Allen threw 3 picks. Nick Chubb, we had no rushing touchdowns at all. Not a single rushing touchdown. Njoku, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 93 yards and a touchdown. Let's sort by touchdowns. A.J. Brown, 34 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, a lot of love with the receivers. Maybe the yardage isn't too crazy, but that's fine. The sack numbers, who cares? I don't think we're going to get a lot of sacks. Josh Allen had 4 sacks on Josh Allen. That's quite funny. 2 picks for Jalen Ramsey, 1 for Buda Baker. Okay. I mean, I will watch the sim of the game, but realistically speaking, this is clearly a quick and easy win. I might jump in the fourth quarter just to get a few reps, just to see like what kind of plays I want to run and stuff. But like that's like it. So we'll just quickly beat the Bills, quickly beat either the Chargers or Bengals, and the Super Bowl is going to be one of these two damn teams. Okay, I'm interested. Before we do any of that, we'll check out the stats of the season. Lamar obviously went stupid with his 68 touchdowns. Now I'll say I had Pat Mahomes recently throw 57. Hold on. No, that's 4. Man, I don't know how to type. All right. Anywho, um, yeah, I had Pat Mahomes recently throw 57 touchdowns. I thought that was crazy, but Lamar was one short of funny number. He could have had 69 touchdowns in the sim, not me playing in the sim. That'd been crazy. Nick Chubb also had 12 touchdowns on the year. Debo also had 8 touchdowns on the year. So did Lamar. He had 4. That's crazy. Tyreek Hill, 17 touchdowns, 1,300 yards. A.J. Brown, 1,300 yards, 18 touchdowns. Njoku, double-digit touchdowns. Terry McLaurin, double-digit touchdowns. Nick Chubb got touchdowns. St. Flowers got touchdowns. Debo caught touchdowns. Kyle Pitts caught ball sometimes. Chuna Conquo, on his one of only reception, caught a touchdown. Odell Beckham Jr. was there to look pretty. Sack numbers were perfectly fine. Nothing crazy. Um, Roquan got 80 tackles, 15 and a half sacks by Mr. Allen himself. Sack numbers, again, nothing too crazy, but 15 from Allen's pretty good. Jalen Ramsey with 5 picks, 3 picks, 3 picks, 3 picks. A lot of 3 picks. Justin Reed and Presley Harvin. All right. Well, I will jump into the games in the next episode, and we'll just get to the Super Bowl, and we're going to win this relatively quickly. So I'm going to get back to Team Lightskin, and I'm going to start getting to a few of the other things I got to do for the other franchises, and then I will come back to this, and we will win the Super Bowl. Thanks for watching, and peace.